Welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. My name is Kat, and today I'm going to show you how to make carrot cake chia pudding. I have been on a major chia pudding kick. I love it for breakfast. I love how simple it is to prep the night before, and then I have a healthy breakfast ready in the morning. So if you're like me and you don't want to be spending time in the morning making breakfast, make chia pudding the night before. You can make multiple for the entire week or just a couple days or one day at a time. And let me tell you, this one is delicious. Delicious. So far, I've made a strawberry cheesecake chia pudding and a key lime pie chia pudding, and both have been fabulous. I'll link them both in the description below. This one is also fabulous. Maybe more fabulous than the other two. So let's run through the ingredients you'll need. Number one, chia seeds, of course. By the way, the measurements will all be in the description. You also need milk. I like using the Fairlife milk just because it's a little bit higher in protein, but you can totally use almond milk, coconut milk, regular milk, whatever milk you like. Some sweetened shredded coconut. You can do unsweetened. The sweetened just gives it just a little extra deliciousness. I have some nutmeg and some cinnamon, vanilla extract, a little tiny bit of liquid stevia. That's gonna be like the sweetener for the recipe, but you could use maple syrup, honey, agave, monk fruit, whatever sweetener you prefer. I like stevia because there's no added sugar, no calories, and since I'm already sweetening with the sweetened coconut, I'm trying to keep the overall sugar amount low. And then you also need some grated carrots. I don't like using the shredded carrots that you can buy, from the grocery store, because to me, that's like too big of a carrot chunk in the carrot cake recipe. So I just take a carrot, peel the outer skin off of it, and then grate it using a cheese grater or like a lemon zest grater. So it's super duper uber finely grated carrots. Then you need some walnuts or pecans if you like pecans more than walnuts, a little sprinkle of salt, and then some cottage cheese. So those are all the ingredients you'll need. Let's jump into the recipe. To a mason jar or a bowl, something that you can add a lid to. Going in are first the chia seeds. Chia seeds are high in fiber, have a good amount of protein in them, so they are perfect for breakfast. I prefer chia pudding instead of overnight oats. I feel like overnight oats, I don't love the texture, but you can totally do oats instead of chia seeds. Just do half a cup of oats and 1 cup of milk instead of 2 tablespoons chia seeds, half a cup of milk. This is milk going in. This is the Fairlife. I like to give these just a quick little stir, these two together, before adding in the remaining ingredients, just so that chia seeds aren't totally completely stuck to the bottom. Then adding in vanilla extract and the liquid stevia, some ground cinnamon and nutmeg. I like cinnamon and nutmeg in a carrot cake. And then I have the grated carrots going in. I like a good amount of carrots in my carrot cake, so I'm doing about a 1/4 cup. Feel free to do more, feel free to do less. And this was like half of a large carrot. I didn't grate the whole thing. And then sweetened coconut flakes going in as well. The very last ingredient going in here is a pinch of flaky sea salt. Maybe 2 pinches. Okay, and then this all gets mixed together. I'm salivating, looks so good, looks so good. Scraping down the sides, make sure everything is well incorporated here. Oh, wow, I'm like actually salivating. This combo is so yummy. I'm so excited for you to try it. And I do want to know, I still have the walnuts, but I don't like adding the walnuts into the mixture because then they get kind of soggy overnight. So I like to add the walnuts in the morning right before I'm about to eat, dump it into the chia pudding, mix it up so I have that crunchy texture. But you can add the walnuts in right now and let them soften up overnight if you prefer. You could also add raisins to this. I don't love raisins in carrot cake, so I don't add them in, but you can. Also an option. Dates would also be fabulous too for some extra sweetness and texture. And then I'm gonna let this sit here for 5 minutes while we make the cream cheese frosting. So I have my blender here and I'm gonna add in half a cup of cottage cheese. This is 1 serving of cottage cheese. And then just adding in a little splash of vanilla extract and a little squeeze of liquid stevia. Again, here you can do maple syrup, you can do sugar, you can do honey, whatever sweetener you prefer. And I'm gonna add the lid on this and blend this up. I want it to be a really thick cream cheese-like topping. If you don't like cottage cheese, you can just use plain Greek yogurt and mix the vanilla and stevia in together and then add that to the top of your chia pudding. I'm not gonna add this to the top of the chia pudding right now. I'm gonna add it like in the morning, but I like to make this also at night, put it in a separate container, and then just put both of these in the refrigerator overnight and then combine them in the morning, just so there's less steps, less mess in the morning. But you could also do this in the morning if you wanted. So I'm gonna blend this up while that is still marinating, and I will be right back. Cottage cheese mixture has been blended. I like the mixture to be a little bit on the thicker side, but I also love cottage cheese texture. If you don't want a thick texture, blend or puree for longer, or you can add a little splash of milk to really thin the mixture out. And I'm just gonna dump it back into the same cup that I had used from earlier. See if you can see the texture of it. It's pretty thick. You could also use a food processor. That would work great as well. And I'm just scooping this all out and putting it here into this bowl. All right, so here's my cream cheese frosting. Just gonna set that aside. And I'm gonna give my carrot cake chia pudding one more mix. This really is important. You want to mix this again after 5 minutes to just ensure that there's no more clumps in here. Looking good. And then refrigerate both of these overnight. I'm gonna put just some saran wrap over the top of this, but you can put it in a bowl with a lid. Refrigerate for at least 2 hours or up to overnight. I'm gonna put this in the fridge overnight, and then I'll show you how I put it together in the morning. All right, chia pudding has been in the fridge for a few hours, at least 3. So we're going to taste test it. It just needs to be in the fridge for at least 2 hours. And look at this dreamy, delicious texture. Oh my word. So then next thing I do is add in 2 tablespoons of walnuts. Again, you can add those in before you refrigerate, but I like the crunchy texture that they give once everything is already soaked and pudding-like. And let's give a taste test of just the base. Oh my word. That is so fantastic. You're gonna love it. Holy moly. And then I just have my cottage cheese frosting here. Again, if you don't like it, this texture, like a thick texture, feel free to add some milk or just in your food processor or blender, continue blending until it's really, really, really thin and soft. I like it to be kind of like Greek yogurt-esque, where it's like a thicker, creamy topping. So I'm gonna add that right in. This was just blended up cottage cheese with vanilla extract and some stevia, liquid stevia. And I like cottage cheese because it is high in protein, so it adds a great extra layer of protein. Greek yogurt also does the same thing. So whichever one you want to use. And then I'm just gonna top with a little tiny pinch of sweetened coconut flakes and a little more cinnamon. You could also top with some more carrot flakes, shredded carrot. And here is the final carrot cake chia pudding product. Looks absolutely delicious. Look how delicious. Oh my word. And final taste test with all the layers. Big ol' taste test. Holy moly. Well, if that's not just the most delightful thing I've ever had in my whole life, I'm not kidding. This is incredible. Holy buckets, man. You can't top this. This is absolutely phenomenal. You have to make it. It tastes like a dessert, and again, full of all good for you ingredients. All of them. If you like carrot cake, you have to give this recipe a try. It is phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you absolutely love this carrot cake chia pudding recipe. If you do give it a try, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Got a blast. I'm not even kidding you guys. This is so good. Wow. Just wow. Wow. Good Lord.